This is the third and last film showing you how you would bring, in this case, a JPEG into TurboCAD and use the information from the JPEG to create a CAD drawing, a 2D plan of a house here. In the first film I showed you how to use the JPEG here as a reference point, take measurements off, come over here and get it to a reasonable standard, just the outside. In the second film I showed you how to draw these doors, place the doors in place and make them into blocks over here. Now since then I've already drawn the windows. I'll show you the method. I used the window here as a trace, so I can't snap to any of that, so I'm doing this by eye to get the rough size. I select it, take it out there, right click, choose a line, do M for midpoint here, M for midpoint there, right click, pick up a rectangle, V snap here, and V snap, no not V snap there, just snap there by eye. Hit the space bar. I now want to mirror this rectangle here. You see one over this side, so it's a mirror copy. I'm going to use the rectangle as my guide, so I'm going to do M for midpoint here and M for midpoint there. There it is down the end. Now I just want to trim these two parts here, so I'm going to go to Modify, Shrink or Extend Line, get it a bit bigger. I'll shrink that line back to there and that line back to there, and there's our window. Now we could make it thicker up here. We want to be a bit careful though, because if we made it something like that, although that looks almost right up to here, we'll see as we come back, you see how it affects it. It's going to look at it differently to what it was as a CAD drawing, as a JPEG. So we don't really want to make this too thick, so we'll make it a bit thinner. We take it down to 5 or maybe 1. Maybe we'll get away with 1. Let's try 1. Okay. Then I would select that and take it into my blocks library over here, and you can see I've got one over here, window single, which is what I put in there, and then over here I've done the same thing to construct this, and there's window double. The next stage was simply to bring them all out and put them around the building roughly where they needed to be, and then rotate the ones you needed to rotate or whatever and put them into place. So you've seen how it was done with these doors, so there's no point in doing every window, but I'll just show you how they went in. So here I'm going to select this. Actually, let's get rid of that. I'll take one out there. Window single, so I'll bring that out. It's going to go about there. Okay, so I can select it, I can pick it up. I'm just going to put it in by eye. If I knew exactly what that distance was there, obviously I would snap it to there, and in the delta X down here type something, but it's not really that important I don't think here, so I'm going to do N for nearest graphic, and that's in place. Now because this is a block, I can't chop off this line here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle out of it, a bit of construction geometry, a V-snap here, a V-snap there, and go to Modify, Object Trim, click onto my polyline, and then click on the line I don't want, which is that line there. Okay, hit the space bar, and then I could actually take out that polyline. There it is. I don't need it anymore, I can simply delete that. So that's my window in place. Now for these folding doors, obviously, I mean, you could do it by eye, or you could do it more accurately, because I want to know that if that door was pushed in, it would go across here, it would fit. So I'm going to be a bit pernickety and make sure it fits. So this is the way I've decided to do it, and there's probably a quicker way, but it suits me. Now so I'm going to draw a rectangle here, and I'm going to divide it into half. So I'm going to do M for midpoint here and M for midpoint there. Now I know when the door is closed, that door should go from here, which are V-snap, to there. Okay, that's where the door should be. That's half the distance from here to there. So I only use this square here as a bit of construction geometry, so I can lose that now. I can lose that now. And now I want to swivel this door out. So I'm going to pick up the origin. I'm going to hit D on the keyboard, put the origin here on a V, and now I'm just going to rotate that out a bit. That'll do me. And now I want a mirror copy of that, so I'm going to select the object, mirror copy. I'm going to snap to that point there with a V snap, and then this line here I just need to make sure that it's horizontal. So in the box down here I'm going to type 180. So I'm going to go tab to enter the box, 180, hit return. Now I know that if that was a door and I straightened it up, that would fit in there exactly. And then I'd probably put that in a blocks library. If they're all the same, actually all these gaps are a little bit different, so it's perhaps not too important. Okay, that's how I've constructed those two. Now one last thing, you can see I've stuck a car outside here, which I've got from a symbols library that we have, MSI supply. And you put the symbols library on it, you can see it's down the bottom here. I just click onto it and open it up. And you can see you've got lots of chapters: architecture, electronics, machine construction, safety marking, steel construction. There's supposed to be 30 million symbols in here. We're just going to look at something in the architectural side now. So we can see we've got, if we click on, they're a bit bizarre the way they're arranged. You know, you'll find sort of dining tables in the middle of bathroom stuff or something. But anyway, there's the wash basins. I click on one lot of wash basins, see what I get. I can choose any of these. Shower. Let's stick a no. That's not. What have we got here? Wash basins. Well, wash basins from the front view. Okay, let's go back to that one. Wash basins from the top. Okay, so we decide which one we want. So I want that one. You can either click onto it, you can double click onto it, or you can click onto it and go output, and it will come in. And here it is. So I want my wash basin here. As you can see, it looks like it's not even there. It's coming ridiculously small. I don't know why it's coming quite so small here, but that's okay because we can just make it the size we want. So down in the bottom there, you see I'm dealing in millimeters, is why it looks so small. So I could type my sizes in here, or if I just wanted to do it by eye, I could go, I'd probably do keep aspect ratio, so my X and my Y's are increased in size by the same amount, and I can just zoom out and out and out until it looks like it's about the right size. Say that's about the right size for it. Oops, what did I do? Sorry, click the wrong bit. There we go. There it is. I want to rotate it 90 degrees, I should think, so I'm going to go tab, 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 90 degrees. Hit return. Here we are, there's the wash basin, and obviously I can pick up the origin with the D, snap it to a corner over here with a V. There I got it, let's snap it to that part there with a V. Take that up there, and I can put that there, I can snap to that point or give it a bit of space, whatever I need to do. And that's the, and there's the wash basin in. And then you just go back to the your CAD symbols and look, you know, go through the 30 million until you've found all the ones you want put into your house. The only thing left really would be to put in sizes and text, names. Here's your names, here's your text over here. That's quite straightforward. I should just look in the manual. It's really, there's nothing to it. You just click onto the text, right click, go to properties, text, say what size you want it, what font you want, that sort of thing, and then it'll come in. It's really very straightforward. And that's the end of these 3 films. I don't think there's anything else to explain. It's all quite straightforward, very simple. If you progress and go on to drawing into 3D, obviously while you're drawing this thing in 2D, it can actually in reality be drawn in 3D as well, so at any point you could flip it over and look at it in 3D. The other thing you can do in here is where we've got double line tools, You can have parallel double line tools, so that if you wanted cavity walls, they'd be very straightforward to draw as well. Okay, so all you need to do there is to look in the manual under double line tools, and the last icon in the double line tools are called parallel double lines. And that's it, folks.